What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Conversation Station. This episode, we're going to be reviewing Punisher's One Last Kill. Now, this special that was just released recently is the period of time just after Daredevil Season 1 and 2 and before Punisher appears in Spider-Man. Now, it is great to see Jon Bernthal back as the Punisher, and he co-wrote this script with director Ronaldo Marcus Green. And this story heavily centers around the Punisher, Frank Castle, just running out of people to kill that were connected to his family's murder. He kind of ran down the list, and this last crime family was the last people on his list to take out, leaving him with this kind of empty feeling where he doesn't know where to go and doesn't know what to do next. Right away, it opens up with, obviously Frank going through severe PTSD and depression and all these hallucinations and just, all these things. And I think they did a, amazing job at trying to just show somebody that's in, a really messed up state like that, because obviously most people can't really relate or understand, and to be able to try to put it into a visual like that is really crazy. The thing I am happy about is the fact that they are kind of wrapping this part of the Punisher story up. The fact that he is kind of out of people to kill for his family, because I think throughout his time within the MCU, wherever it may be, I think, while this may still linger and be the reason that he pushes forward, him not completed that mission before moving him on through the MCU, kind of would have just felt like, they would have kept coming back to it. So I'm kind of glad that they did that with this story and kind of let it be his, his dark secret or his, skeleton in the closet. Now it draws heavily from Garth Ennis' Punisher, Welcome Back Frank, and I guess that's the main storyline, with the Nucci family being the one that Frank is going after. Bernthal's real-life daughter, Addie, actually plays a version of young Lisa Frank, so that was kind of cool. I bet that kind of added a little bit of emotional depth on set for him, and that's pretty cool that he was able to, bring his daughter in and work with her, and she was able to, see her dad at, at work, which I'm sure she's seen before, but I mean, actually getting to work with him, it's really awesome. But this whole little special is around about 45, to 48 minutes long. With, with credits, it's about 50 minutes in total, but it's really awesome from start to end. There's no slow points, and it definitely just hits. The action is absolutely insane, and they do not hold back. Happy to see with a character like the Punisher, there's no way to tone it down. You really do have to take it to 10 every time. And they definitely did with this. If this is a test for a Punisher movie, I would say Marvel, Disney, yes, we want it. Yes, we want Bernthal, spearheading it. That just makes sense. He's done such a great job with this character, and just everything involved with it has just been awesome. I think some people are asking, where are the heroes? Where are all these superheroes while Frank is doing this? And I think, again, the world is so big, you got to remember that so many things are going on, and the heroes can only be in so many places at once, and there's bound to be places that end up getting forgot about, and that's just the place where Frank ended up. And I think that's the perfect example of where a hero or anti-hero like Frank would end up, because at the end of the day, he's still trying to help people. He helps that family in the diner, even though he has to do all these terrible things in order to help him. They're still understanding of who he is, and the father still says thank you, and the daughter gives him the little flower. Gives Frank that little bit of hope, is like when he when he doesn't know what to do, I think he'll just do what he can, and from that we'll get some really cool storylines of Punisher saving people, and where he's going to end up with Spider-Man, and from on there I really hope we see him more. I hope we get a Punisher movie at some point, because I think we definitely deserve it. I mean, the only thing that can be said is just Bernthal does such a great job at playing the guy that's hurt and the guy who can hurt you. And he just does, such a great job at that duality. And, showing this character as, not necessarily vulnerable, but broken in so many ways. And he just conveys that through the screen in a way that's very awesome. But I would like to know your thoughts on it. Did you check it out at all? Is it, was it something? Did it meet your expectations, or were you kind of expecting something more? Honestly, the main complaints that I've seen is just that it wasn't long enough, and I don't think that the problem was that it wasn't long enough. I think the problem was that it was just so action packed and so good that it felt like it flew by. That's how I felt. I felt like, oh man, it's already over. Like, I really did want more. Are you looking forward to seeing Punisher in the MCU in the future? Let me know. Now, real quick, I'll show you this Punisher Armory Volume 4 that I grabbed. And this just runs you through all of Frank Castle's weapons. And it kind of gives you like a detailed description of all the weapons and where he got them. It's a really awesome book. No actual storyline, but still really cool artwork. It's really awesome. But yeah, has a really cool shot of Punisher in the front, jumping down on some gunfire. We have the Punisher Archie crossover, and this is Punisher meets Archie, and then there's the reverse to that where it's Archie meets the Punisher. Pretty awesome. On the back we got that right there, bam. It's pretty cool. And for that one we got that back of the cover. It's awesome. I do have two other Venom and Punisher crossover comics, but I already showed those off not too long ago, so we'll leave those. I definitely got to get my hands on some more Punisher comics, but I really do appreciate any time you spent watching my video. Thank you, and I hope to see you again.